Oh, folks, welcome back. That was weird. I think it's my AirPods. We're going to start tackling to this. There is a leak all up under here. There we go. It looks to be... I don't know what this is actually. Of course I dropped two. But I'm going to fix this wiring while we're here. You can tell there's no insulation on them, so... I don't know what that is, but we're gonna clean it anyway. So again, I'm trying to shrink out these connectors. I put my hand on fire twice so far. Fucking. Just like that. Of course now it doesn't do it, but it would just be a ball of flame coming off of this. Just a blue flame. So that's taken care of. We're gonna screw this right back in there. And clean up the wiring a little bit because it's kind of jankety. Got my now clean sensor. I'm not sure what this goes to. If you guys know, it's a 7130 Magnum. So, this thing was tight. Crazy tight. Okay. And this plugs in like this. Maybe. Or maybe it doesn't. That's not. Oh. Interesting, because these are the same plugs, are they not? They're definitely the same plugs. There's dirt in this one. So I wanted that. Like they don't want to go on at all.
Put this in the fuel line.
This out there.
I'm going to set it up here on the shelf.
All right.
I'm headed in.
All right.
You need help?
Mm-mm. Wait, so what does that go? If this is... I think I'm missing something. Like, I'm missing wiring. This is so weird. So it's a male end, which this is a male end. No wonder it doesn't want to go on. It's some sort of pressure. It's got a ball valve like hydraulic does. It's got to be some sort of pressure sensor. Oil pressure sensor, hydraulic oil pressure sensor. It is so freaking weird. After some extensive research, here's what I found. Although it looks like a pressure thing, it is a pressure thing. It tells that the transmission is in park or neutral. It's a neutral start switch. So it tells it if it can start or if it can't. I realized why that was cut. So I recut it, and because it wouldn't start. So I cut it and then I grounded it and twisted them together and it starts. But if it's not grounded, it doesn't start. So I either need to get a different pigtail, I need to get a different sensor doohickey. I don't know, but it got hot at one point right there and started melting that wire and that wire. So I might cut up into this now just to make sure it's not burnt the whole way up, because that's a fire hazard. So we will see. Time to take the sensor back out and start opening a wiring harness. I got the batteries put back into this. I'm waiting on that incident and this thing, and then we'll fix these as well. We'll get a new connector. Those I should just be able to replace. That just goes to the light pigtail. That's for that. The main reason this thing's in the shop right now, go under here, all the wetness. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's an oil pan, an oil pan, just because that bolt right there is shiny. That's wet. Same with that side. The next thing is start looking up and down the block. There's the top right there. That's actually the starter right there. See how that is? This is a pretty easy fix. Just pulling this drive line out and then dropping it and taking the pan out, and then yeah, it'll be an easy fix, assuming that's it. The other thing it could be is a combination tuner main seal. It's not a good one. That's part of the tractor split. I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So we will see what it ends up being. We're just going to kind of watch it for the next couple of days. I'm going to try to wipe everything out first, and then yeah, I'll see how that goes. Went and grab the parts. I have the connectors that I got to build together myself now. As you can tell, the weather has changed substantially. It's snowing again. Oh, I'll open the Red Bull. And it's about 20 degrees out. It's super windy, as you can see. So, with that being said, sit in the shop and turn the heater on, because it's cold. or opening a circuit. We're going to still have that back in there. I think this ball the press is. That's what I think is completing the circuit and also grounding this sensor. So it should just right in there tight, and then I don't think it matters what color it actually goes on these. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea. We'll know here in 25 seconds when we go start the tractor. Alright, let's see if it works. Nope, it does matter. That's a problem. Huh. I got the wire swapped around without a connector, so we're going to try that first. So I swapped around. That way I can do this. Worst case, I cut these again and swap these wires. We'll see this first. I put the sensor on a load tester, and I can't even get a reading at all. So depress, it should have some sort of continuity. It has nothing. So I think the sensor itself is bad, because I can walk over here and I can ground the wires, hold the wires together so they're connected, and ground it, and the tractor starts. So that brings up a bigger issue that we need to address. I'm hoping it's the sensor, but the parts place isn't open afternoon on Saturdays, so brings us to an interesting point. That I don't really know what to do about. So we're gonna do some more researching and figure out. Worst case, the tractor still runs, so it's not like it's sitting dead, but it's still in a predicament because it doesn't start the way it's supposed to start. But what we'll do is I'll take it in, and I want to do a continuity test on it and compare it to a brand new one that I theoretically should work and theoretically should have continuity when the circuit's closed. I'm guessing the way that system works is the ball is what completes the circuit, and when it's depressed it doesn't, and when it's standing normal or pushed out all the way it does. Hindsight's 20/20, but I think that's what's going on. Not really sure though. I'm slowly learning this whole wiring thing too. But either we'll pick this up when we complete this job. Because there's... So I got the new part, slap it in there. This one's actually showing a reading continuity, so that makes me feel better about this whole thing. And hopefully the tractor starts right away as it should. So I got my test lead set up. That may or may not be the right configuration right away. But we're going to set you up and make sure that starts. So you saw it fired right up as it should. So just a sequence, or just a little connector issue, not a big deal. And the sensor. So now we're gonna piece it all back together, make it look pretty, tuck it up where it's supposed to be, and then we'll get to the oil pan gasket later, I think.